Hello. In this video, I would like to discuss about the basic properties of triangles, which is called trigonometry. Trigonometry is a study of sides and angles of a triangle. Basically, it is the study of sides and angles, because a triangle contains only these two, sides and angles. But before talking about the study of trigonometry, I would like to see about a few set of triangles. What are they? Let us look at the triangle in which all the sides are different is called scalene triangle. I'll write down ABC, in which all the sides are distinct. They are not same. AB is a side, BC is another side, CA is at another side. They are not all equal. So if all the sides are distinct and different, it's called scalene. I would like to see about a triangle where two sides are equal. Means ABC is a triangle, AB is a side, AC is a side, BC is another side. If AB and AC are equal, then it is called isosceles. Here AB is equal to AC. The basic property of the triangle is, if AB equal to AC, the angle opposite to AB and angle opposite to the side AC are equal. If I say this is alpha, this must be alpha. So if two angles are equal in a triangle, then it is called isosceles. The third one is, all the sides are equal. AB, C, AB is equal to BC is equal to CA. So all the angles, if I say this is alpha, all are equal. And this is called equilateral triangle. Equilateral means all the sides are equal. So scalene triangle, isosceles triangle, now equilateral triangle. Now in an equilateral triangle, all the angles are equal and alpha plus alpha is 180, because in any triangle the sum of the angles is 180, so alpha must be 60. Why I am particular about equilateral and why I am not discussing about this, I will come to this situation later on. Now I have another triangle called right angled triangle. This is 90. I can say ABC. This is called right angled triangle. Or you can simply write like this. This is the usual way of writing. A, B, C, 90 and a B. So that is about a right angled triangle. Now we have right angled isosceles triangle. I'm not going to discuss about right angled isosceles triangle. Out of all these triangles, my main task is to discuss about the trigonometric ratios in a right angled triangle. So let us consider a right angled triangle. I'll call this as A, B, C, 90 at B, 90 degrees. And I'll call this as angle theta. So, if theta is an angle between the sides AB and AC, let me write down like that. Theta is an angle, it is an angle between the two sides AB and AC. Some people, they write angle A. If this is C, they write angle C. That's not the issue. So, if I write theta, it is an angle between the two sides AB and AC. The side opposite to theta, that means this angle, is BC. Again, I'm very much particular about the right angled triangle. I'm just only looking at the right angled triangle. I'm not talking about scalene, isosceles, equilateral. I'm not going to deal with this right now. The side opposite to theta is BC. The side adjacent to theta is, the side adjacent to theta is AB. Why? Is AC is not adjacent to theta? No. We say the side AC is called hypotenuse. The side AC is called hypotenuse. Now I have a right angle triangle. I'm making this as an angle theta. This is the side opposite to theta, which is BC. And this is AB, which is adjacent to theta. And AC is called hypotenuse. Now, in any right angled triangle, B is 90. So, in any right angled triangle, I have AB square of the adjacent side plus square of the opposite side is equal to square of the hypotenuse. What does it mean by AB square? AB square is nothing but AB into AB. AB is a length. AB is a length. So length into length, length square. Similarly, this is some BC square means BC into BC. And AC square is AC into AC. So this is a property which is by Pythagoras. So this is called Pythagoras theorem. The Pythagoras theorem says that in any right angled triangle, AB square plus BC square is AC square. This is our crucial step for further properties, for further study of the properties of a triangle. Now, I'm going to define the trigonometric ratios. The trigonometric ratios in a right angled triangle. I'm talking about a right angled triangle, so I'm talking trigonometric ratios in any right angled triangle. So I'm going to define the ratio as follows. Sine of an angle theta. Sine of an angle. I'm defining sine as a ratio. It is a ratio BC by AC, which is called, BC is opposite to theta. So I can say opposite side by hypotenuse. That's about sine theta. And I can talk about cos theta. Cos theta is the side adjacent to theta by hypotenuse. So which is AB by AC, which is adjacent side by hypotenuse. I know two ratios, sine theta and cos theta. Just I play only with this. I know only two ratios. With these two ratios, I will develop 4 more ratios. They are called trigonometric ratios. So as we have done with sine and cos, look at this. A, B and C, this is 90. So sine theta and cos theta are defined. Now I'll write down tan theta. Tan theta is simply sine theta by cos theta. But what is sine theta as just defined? Sine theta is opposite side by hypotenuse. And what is cos theta? Adjacent side by, this is theta, right? So AB by AC. What does it mean? This is BC by AC. So AB by AC, it will be reversed, AC by AB. So you get BC by AB, which is equal to, BC is opposite side by hypotenuse. So with two trigonometric ratios, I am generating or I am defining another ratio called tangential or tan theta. So I know sine theta, I know cos theta. So sine theta by cos theta is nothing but tan theta. Now we'll define cosec theta. Cosec theta is defined as 1 by sine theta. Now it's not required what I would like to write, because what is sine theta? Sine theta is opposite side by hypotenuse. So it becomes the reverse. Cosecant is 1 by opposite side is BC by AC, which is AC by BC. So which is hypotenuse by adjacent side. One more thing I would like to write here itself is cosecant theta is 1 by sine theta. So this is a ratio, that means it's a number. So cosecant theta into sine theta, that means sine theta into cosecant theta is 1. Sine theta and cosecant theta is 1. Hence, cosecant theta is the reciprocal of sine theta and vice versa. What do you mean by vice versa? Sine theta is a reciprocal of cosecant theta and cosecant theta is a reciprocal of sine theta. They are mutual reciprocals. That means sine theta is 1 by cosecant theta or cosecant theta is 1 by sine theta. Similarly, now I will not go in deep for the secant theta. Secant theta is defined as 1 by cos theta. This implies cos theta into secant theta is 1. Again, these are reciprocals. Finally, I'll define cot theta. Cot theta is defined as 1 by tan theta, but tan theta is sin theta by cos theta, so I'll get cos theta by sin theta. So cot theta can be viewed as cos theta by sin theta, and cot theta into tan theta is 1. So again, cot theta and tan theta are reciprocals. They're reciprocals to each other. So thus, we know sine of an angle sin theta, cos theta, tan theta, and their reciprocal. Sin theta is, the reciprocal of sin theta is cosecant theta. The reciprocal of cos theta is secant theta. The reciprocal of tan theta is cot theta. And we know all the 6 trigonometric ratios. A simple concept of looking at this is, again, I would like to write ABC with the B at 90 at B. If I am writing this as A, so sin A is, again, I can write down in place of theta, I can write down sin A. Suppose if I want to write C, I can write down sin C. What is sin C? Opposite side by hypotenuse. So it will be reversed. AB by AC. And what about cos C? Cos C is adjacent side by hypotenuse. Now you can write down tan C. Now tan C is equal to sin C by cos C. What is sin C? Sin C is AB by AC. Cos C is BC by AC. So we'll get AB by BC. A simple observation is, here theta means if you want to write down A, you can write down sin A. There is no harm. So if I write tan A is sin A by cos A, because it is A. It is only a naming. Theta, A, C, B, they are all namings. Suppose if I want to write down 90 at C, I have to write like this. This is C, this is B, this is A. No, someone is interested in writing like this. C, 90, B, A. It's only a naming. One should not be confused with the labeling of the vertices. These are called vertices. So A, C, B, A, B, C. We can write down in any way, whatever we like. But when we are writing a right angle triangle, you should be more specifically talk about the right angle at which vertex it is. So let us make a few observations about a particular triangle. This is a right angle triangle. This is BCA. This is 90 and this is 4. What do you mean by 3 and 4? 3 units, maybe 3 centimeters, 3 kilometers, 3 miles, whatever it may be, it is a length. So it is called 3K. Usually we can write down 3K, but simply instead of writing 3K, we will write BC equal to 3, AB equal to 4. Now let us evaluate certain things from this. This is ABC, right? I know AB, that means I know adjacent side of A, adjacent side of C is 3. So I can talk about many things, like by Pythagoras theorem, we have AB square plus BC square is equal to AC square. That is, AB is 4 square, AC is 3 square, so I'll get this will be 5 square. AC square, AC is 5 because 4 square is 16, 3 square is 9, 5 square will be 25. 4 square is 16, 3 square is 9, 16 plus 9 is 25, 25 is 5 square. So thus AC will be 5 units. I'm saying 5 units. Now, let me evaluate sin A. Sin A means this is the angle. So sin A is opposite side by hypotenuse. Now, what is the opposite side? Opposite side is 3, hypotenuse is 5. And what is cos A? Cos A is adjacent, I'm talking about A. So adjacent side is 4, hypotenuse is 5. This is 4 by 5. Now I'll write down adjacent side by hypotenuse. What about tan A? Tan A is sin A by cos A. So sin A is 3 by 5, cos A is 4 by 5. So I can cancel this 5 and 5. This will become 3 by 4. Now, we know that cosecant A is a reciprocal of sin A. Cosecant A is the reciprocal of sin A means sin A is 3 by 5. Reciprocal means you have to reverse it, so it will be 5 by 3. And what about secant A? Secant A is 4 by 5 is 5 by 4. And what about cot A? Reverse 1 by tan A, so 3 by 4 will become 4 by 3. And one can easily see sin A into cosecant A. Sin A is 3 by 5, cosecant A is 5 by 3. So 3 by 5 into 5 by 3 is 1. So always sin A into cosecant A is 1. Cos A into secant A is 1. Tan A into cot A is 1. This is a basic property of a triangle, a right-angled triangle. Now, in the same fashion, I would like to evaluate sin C. Just I will evaluate sin C and cos C. Rest is just only for your exercise. What is sin C? This is C. Sin C is opposite side by hypotenuse, so 4 by 5. So this implies, now I would like to write cosecant C itself, cosecant C here itself. It is 5 by 4. Then, what about cos C? Cos C is this. Cos C means adjacent side by hypotenuse. So 3 by 5. Again, secant C will be 5 by 3. And what about tan C? Tan C is sin C. I need not look at the diagram. I can simply write down sin C by cos C. Once I know sin C and cos C, I can simply write down tan C is sin C by cos C. 4 by 5 by 3 by 5, which is 4 by 3. And what about cot C? Reverse it, 3 by 4. So, in any right-angled triangle, if this is an angle theta and this is an angle alpha, I can evaluate all the six trigonometric ratios for both the angles, because the third angle is 90. And can we define sin 90, cos 90, tan 90? Yes. But later on I will show what is tan 90, sin 90 and cos 90. Now we have this, and we will have a small exercise. A, B, C are given. This is 1 and this is root 3. When this is that, let us evaluate all the 6 trigonometric ratios in this example. How do you evaluate? I want to evaluate A. Before evaluating, I have to find out this side. That means I have to find AC. So by Pythagoras theorem, 1 square plus root 3 whole square is AC square. So this implies AC square is 1 square, root 3 whole square is 3, 3 plus 1 is 4, and AC is plus or minus 2, but the side is always, the length is always positive. So it can never be negative, so it will be plus 2. AC is 2. Now, let me evaluate sin A. What is sin A? Because this is, now I have evaluated this as 2. Now, what is sin A? Opposite side by hypotenuse, 1 by 2. Then, what is cosecant A? 2 by 1, which is 2. What about cos A? Cos A is adjacent side by hypotenuse, so root 3 by 2. And what about secant A? Secant A will be 2 by root 3. And what about tan A? Tan A is simply opposite side by hypotenuse, which is 1 over root 3. And what about cot A? Cot A will be root 3 by 1, which is root 3. So I have evaluated for A. Now exercise is evaluate all trigonometric ratios for C.